Hi guys, it's your Island Girl, and I'm back with another one. And today I'm checking out 5 things Americans need to learn from the UK. And I'm getting this one from Girl Gone London. The link will be in the description below. Please go over and show her some love. Tell her your Island Girl sent you. So we're going to get right into this because I want to hear the 5 things America need to learn from the UK. Here we go, right about now.
But America heard the term open concept and didn't realize it was supposed to be applied to living rooms and kitchens, not public toilets. I've lived in the UK for the past 13 years. Recently, I went back to the US and boy, the reverse culture shock is real. In this video, we're going over 5 things America could learn from the UK that are really jarring to me when I'm back home visiting.
Okay.
Number 1. Walking places. I've mentioned this in my UK versus USA health video, but when I'm in America, I miss being able to easily walk places. For example, while staying at my friend's house, there was a place I needed to go to run an errand. And being the British person that I now am, I didn't want to bother her to ask her to drive me, so I looked it up and it was only a 25-minute walk away. But when I looked up this 25-minute walk, it was across major traffic, basically along a highway, and also you can tell from the street view that it's completely void of people walking. It's like the Truman Show, where we have the sidewalks, but it's not really real and nobody actually uses them. There are some great walking cities in the USA, but we need to transform the rest of it to be more walkable, not just for calories in and calories out, but because it actually opens up a lot more opportunity for people to get places.
Yep.
Maybe your car is broken down. Maybe you can't afford one. Maybe you broke both of your arms and would find it hard to drive, but you can walk. I don't know the exact scenario, but it just would be great if we could walk more places in America. Number 2.
I'm on board with her on that. And one of the things that I've noticed that when you go to other states, when I go to other states, that way that she's referring to, yeah, it's so obvious. When you want to go to certain places, you can't necessarily go because it's not walkable. There's no sidewalk, or even if there's sidewalk, nobody really uses it. So she's right on that. I love where I'm at here in Alaska, because you can get from point A to point B. There's a lot of trails. Because you can even use the trails to get to where you want to go. It's crazy. But yeah, I love that. But like you said, some states, nah, and it's not about you don't even have a vehicle. It's a different way of life when you get to walk, you get to know the surrounding where you get to know people that is living in the surrounding. So that's one of the perks to me in walking. You understand me?
Quicker airport procedures.
Oh.
Every time I fly into and through America, I'm always reminded how much of a mess the actual airport experience can be.
Yep.
I truly don't know what it is. It's the security and the check-in lines, and in America, it seems like regardless of the airline or airport, they're almost always crazier than the ones in the UK that I use regularly. Traveling through London Heathrow would seem like it should be a total nightmare. It's a hub for a lot of airlines and basically the gateway to Europe, but guess what? It's typically fast and efficient compared to American airports. There are signs everywhere telling you how far the walk is to your gate. Security never takes me that long, and I'm not saying it's a pleasant experience. Traveling never really is, but it's tolerable. Not the case at JFK, John F. Kennedy Airport in New York City, for those who don't know. It's total chaos. There are luggage and humans and confusing lines everywhere. This could also be because Americans are bad at queuing. This just occurred to me, but whatever the reason, get it together, American airports. All of these airlines are like, man, you got to get to your international flight like 3 hours before it departs. That's for you people flying out of LAX. UK airports typically have it sorted.
Guys, ooh, baby, she is spot on when it comes to the airport. Heathrow, I've always heard people talk about Heathrow there in the UK, and it's the best airport. One of the best, the fastest, getting from point A to point B. There's no confusion, there's no line, there's no hassle, and I'm like, gee. And when she said, coming through JFK, oh baby, you're confused till you're fool. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. Lines, people, confusion, taxiing from one point to the next, and you don't know which direction to go, which gate you need to go. You have to be asking for help, or maybe your flight change, and then you have to be yeah. Because whenever I always take 2 connecting flights heading to New York from here, and I'm like, woo, coming up, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. They need to get better at that for real. It's yeah.
Works. The third thing America should do to keep in line with the UK is removing pharmaceutical advertising. Pharmaceutical advertising is one of those American things that you really do not notice when you live in America, but it becomes wild to think about the second that you leave. If you don't know, in the US, companies advertise medication through television ads, online ads, whatever. It could be Zoloft for anxiety, or something for psoriasis, or for your eczema, or your heart problems.
Yep.
Pick an ailment and there's a drug for it, and it'll be advertised right smack dab in between singers on American Idol. Now, typically the ads start off innocently enough, typically with someone who is living their best life despite their illness, frolicking in the flowers, having orange juice with their family at breakfast. Somehow they're always eating breakfast in these ads. So then Americans buy in and we're like, well, I don't even have allergies, but I wish I did just so I could try this medication. But then, boom, they have to list the side effects, often including the rare ones. So you're left with ads like this.
For adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardians can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects may include ketoacidosis that may be fatal.
Which is really confusing and brings me back to my main point. Doctors should really be the one prescribing medication and telling you the side effects, not an ad. Americans need to do something about this pharmaceutical advertising and be more like the UK, where this is not allowed and people get medical advice from medical professionals rather than paid actors. Imagine that. The fourth thing on my list is...
Are you serious? It's not allowed to advertise pharmaceutical stuff on your TV in the UK? That's awesome. That's amazing. Here, like she said, it's like every ad, and it on the double, whether it's on the radio, whether it's on the TV, whether it's on a billboard, whether it's on the side of a building. I'm telling you, every crevice and corner you turn, there's an ad for pharmaceutical drugs. And it's crazy too, because it like you said, better than get paid actors, your doctor should be the one telling you about this stuff. And it's right at your fingertip, which is so sad. And that's why America is suffering so much when it comes on to these drugs. It's just the truth. They need to take a page out of the UK book in this one for real. Number 4.
Building better walls between bathroom stalls. And I know this is low-hanging fruit because everyone always talks about it. But having just been in bathrooms in the UK airport and then a US airport, I have to say, please, America, build your public bathrooms without massive Grand Canyon-sized gaps in the doors and walls. This is not a group exercise. This is not a partner project. It is already awkward enough using a public bathroom. No one likes this experience. But America heard the term open concept and didn't realize it was supposed to be applied to living rooms and kitchens, not public toilets. It honestly always surprises me so much when I'm home in America because I'm just so used to UK public bathrooms at this point. So I'll walk into an American bathroom and I'm like, where's the rest of the door? Your 5-year-old child should not be able to fit through the gaps in a public bathroom stall. This does not seem like a controversial take to me. Like, the real American dream is being able to use a public bathroom without feeling like you're actually on display to the public. And finally, number 5.
Man, that one is a major issue. And I think they need to fix it. But I don't think they're going to change it anytime soon. They haven't tried to. People have been complaining. It's the weirdest. You're in the bathroom and you can see the other person's beside you. You can hear them. It's so thin. You can see through the gap. It's unbelievable. I was shocked when I came here and used the public bathroom. I'm like, what in the world is this? It's the most uncomfortable thing. As for me, I'll hold it until I get home in the comfort of my home. And if I can't hold it, boy, I don't know. something I have to give. I don't. I don't know. It's embarrassing, man. For a place like this, we can do better. They can do better. I'm like, when I saw what the UK public bathroom looks like, I'm like, oh, that's what you call a bathroom. Man, number 5.
Roundabouts. I have not always been a proponent of roundabouts, but I do see how four-way junctions with traffic lights, which is most common in the US, aren't as good for the flow of traffic. I'm not even suggesting that the US needs to become roundabout central, but I do think we could use more of them. Besides actual traffic flow, the pros of a roundabout is it actually gives you something to do when you're waiting instead of just sitting there and getting bored. I think this is why Brits like them, to be honest, because it's like a challenge every single time. When is it your turn to go? Do you have enough room? At a four-way traffic light, you just sit there and watch everyone else take turns driving while you go nowhere. I just feel like there's a level of anticipation with a roundabout. Just the other day, I was on a really busy one in the UK, and then suddenly we got a clear space where 4 or 5 cars could go through at once, including mine, and I felt like I had won the roundabout lottery. So there you have it. 5 things America could learn from the UK. Will we? Probably not, but we can always hope. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Bye. Probably not. She's right on that. Will we? No. Ain't happening. They ain't picking it up. Roundabouts. I love roundabouts. We only have 2 here in Alaska, meaning 2 lanes roundabout here in Alaska. And I like them. I really do. I enjoy going through the roundabout. The anticipation. It makes you pay attention too. That's one thing I like about it. It makes you pay attention. Period. Point blank. At first, I was afraid of driving in them, but now I love going through them because it's, to me, like people when they're driving, I'm like, oh, they're speeding the great equalizer. I call it the great equalizer. You can't just speed through it. You have to wait your turn, whether you like it or not. If you like what you see here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. If not, keep watching and maybe you can hit the subscribe button then. Be good, be kind, be safe out there. Thank you guys again, and I'll catch you guys in another video. Bye.